Hello, my Evilites, Eve here. As you remember from my video with Rainbow Dash, I plan to draw each of the main 6 in the future with my own art style and interpretations. I have talked about my least favorite of the main 6, Rainbow Dash, but now I'm talking about my fave best pony, Fluttershy. Now, my idea for Fluttershy's design is that I always pictured her to be tall and so basically like one of those tall girls who feel self-conscious about their height, but are actually just awkward with a tendency to slouch. Not sure if I succeeded in making her look tall. Maybe I'll draw her again in the future just to polish some aspects of the design. And I knew I wanted to keep her hair long, because without her long hair, it would be like Rarity without her fashionable curls or Twilight's bangs. But then I took that long hair and braided it, because, well, I always thought that Fluttershy would look good in bangs. Kind of like, and give it sort of a Rapunzel-esque feel, like from Tangled, and put some flowers into it, and I just felt like it really suited her. And I realized that the hair ornament in her hair doesn't exactly match the lotus flower ornament in her hair in the season finale, but that's always something I could fix in a later artwork. So the reason I like Fluttershy is because, well, I relate to her because I was also shy and socially awkward. That, and I also loved animals. And I was also easily scared, like for most of my childhood, I was afraid of the dark and slept with the light on. Yeah, you would not be seeing me watching any scary movies, at least not of my own free will. Which is why I get annoyed when people talk about how she always seems to repeat the same lessons. And though they are similar and come from the same issue, they're not entirely the same. And, I mean, building confidence takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. If anything, it would just be rushing her character development. And it assures her fans that those who are in the same place as her could build up confidence as well, even if it takes baby steps. Well, back to design, you might have noticed that I put out some lighter yellow splotches in her fur coat. And that is because I noticed that a lot of people like to make sort of fur patterns for the main 6 when they were making these redesigns for them. And I thought, I kind of want to do that too. And I thought, well, it would look nice on Fluttershy. And I added a little sort of star diamond on her forehead, and I just thought it looked neat. Okay, I decided I wanted to practice my backgrounds by drawing a Sweet Feather Sanctuary, and basically put her in a setting that would make sense for her instead of just a general background. When I was drawing Rainbow Dash and I put her in the clouds because, well, it would make sense for her to be in the clouds, and it was just, well, easier on me. And now that I think about it, I might revisit the Rainbow Dash design if I wanted to make it, well, different. And like Rainbow Dash before, I gave Fluttershy feathery fetlocks as well as tail feathers because, well, it's a little something to differentiate Pegasi from other pony races other than the wings. And of course I have to add some little critters for her to interact with because, well, it's Fluttershy and it's very cute. I should probably say some criticisms that I do have just to make it fair. I don't like the episodes where Fluttershy is, well, overly a pushover, like how she was willing to let herself be traded for Rainbow Dash to get this Daring Do book. But at the same time, that thing should not be allowed. Seriously, why were ponies allowed to be traded off like it was some sort of slave trade? If anything, Twilight should have had a decree saying no living thing should be traded off, period, and it would have solved the whole problem. Yeah, wasn't a fan of that episode. Other than that, I also love her friendship with Discord. I ship it. Because, well, it feels like it was thanks to her friendship with Discord that helped her build up that confidence. Let me know if you want to hear my more in-depth thoughts on their relationship. For those who have made it to the end, thank you for watching the video, and be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like what I do, you can support me on Ko-fi and maybe even buy a commission from me. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful life. Bye!